Versatile Mage. Chapter 684. Self-Awakening. Meteorite Fist. 9 Dragons. A fist engulfed in flames, with a corona that turned into dragons followed by a trail of fire. Mofan leapt into the air from the top of the mountain of bones and threw a punch at the blood skeleton official right in front of its face. The blood skeleton official was enormous. If Mofan's fist had not produced the fiery dragons, he would have been as tiny as a moth in the skeleton's eyes. The blood skeleton official was extremely cunning. Even when Mofan was at his limit, it was unwilling to attack aggressively. It raised its arms and crossed them in front of its face in a defensive posture, blocking the energy of the meteorite fist and the burning flames with its arms, preventing the attack from landing on its head. The meteorite fist, 9 Dragons, was a fairly strong attack. The 50-meter-tall blood skeleton official slid a far distance away from the momentum of the 9 fiery dragons. Meanwhile, Mofan's energy was depleted after throwing the punch. He lost his balance and fell straight down from the sky. He was diving headfirst with his limbs stiff. Bang! He slammed into the ground, sending bones flying into the air. Soon, his body was covered by the piles of bones around him. The last thing he saw was the broken bones he had knocked into the air falling back down onto him. For some reason, his vision began to turn blurry, and in it, the white bones had turned into sacred, noble feathers. The elegant feathers gradually clustered together into a pair of beating wings. Oh, he still owed her a pair of wings. The white bones landed on the ground, covering his face. More bones fell from the sky, covering Mofan's body. As the last piece of bone landed, the rug of bones fell silent. The sight of it was exceedingly spectacular. Fire element galaxy depleted. Lightning element nebula depleted. Summoning element nebula depleted. Shadow element nebula depleted. Mofan felt like he was roaming in his spiritual world. He was searching for the last glimmer of hope from the nebulas. His vast spiritual world was in total darkness. The whole place was completely still when the stars were no longer shining. Mofan did not like the sight of it. He started searching around. If the 4 nebulas were no longer shining, he had to travel further away to find another source of light. It did not matter what color it was, as long as there was light. He searched for a long time, and finally saw a hint of silver in the icy universe. The silver glow was very weak, yet it had a strong mysterious feeling. Mofan had never seen the color before and immediately approached it. The silver light seemed extremely distant in the silent world, but Mofan did not give up. He continued to chase after the light. Finally, Mofan managed to find the source of the light. It was a tiny silver star roaming aimlessly in the world. The mysterious silver glow he saw was the trail it left behind. Mofan tried to grab the star, but it was hiding from him. Mofan reached his hand out in front of the star. After some time, it finally floated toward him. When the tiny silver star touched Mofan's palm, he suddenly felt like he had returned to his original place, his own spiritual world that consisted of his fire element galaxy, lightning element nebula, summoning element nebula, and shadow element nebula. Most shockingly, he had brought the silver star back with him. It was not in his palm, but it had constructed stardust in his spiritual world. It even brought 6 other silver stars along. The light was weak, the stardust was small, but they had their own spot now. Stardust. A silver-colored stardust. It was a kind of deep silver. Mofan somehow felt like he had gone back in time to when he placed his hand on the awakening stone many years ago. Time could not flow back. It simply meant that he was having the same feeling from a specific moment. Awakening. Was this the awakening of a new element? He recalled that the books did mention that apart from using an awakening stone to awaken the stardust of a new element, there was a chance of self-awakening too. He remembered that Muning Zhu had gone through self-awakening as well. She had awakened her outstanding ice element when she was only around 13. Mofan smiled wryly. He did not understand what God was thinking, letting him experience a self-awakening when his life was approaching its end. Maybe the depletion of the energy of his other elements had given him the desire for more power. As such, during the self-awakening, he had further unleashed his potential. But what difference would it make? Mo Fan believed that the mysterious silver must belong to a powerful element, yet it was still a small stardust. It was nowhere near enough for him to defeat his enemies. His double innate elements were, in fact, double elements awakening. If the silver stardust had appeared in his spiritual world, it meant that another element would soon appear too, just like his fire and lightning elements. Mo Fan knew it was meaningless, but he still had an urge to check out his sixth element. He kept searching and found the sixth element in a little corner. Unlike the silver, sacred element, the other element was a mix of evil red, obscure purple, strange lunar color, and a weird hint of black. If he had to describe the mix of colors, it would be blood black. It was not the same pure blackness of the shadow element, but a combination of black and moonlight, while its red was a combination of red and purple. Blood black color. Mo Fan could identify the color of every element. He knew what the silver element was, but he had never seen the blood black element. Its color was similar to the color of pouring fresh blood into black ink. The sixth element. What exactly was his sixth element? Why wasn't there any star or stardust? It was simply hiding in the corner of his spiritual world. Instead of saying that it was freshly awakened, it felt more like it had existed for quite some time. Thud, thud, thud. It was the sound of his heartbeat. It sounded crisp and clear. When he fell from the sky, his heartbeat had slowed down. It could no longer supply enough fresh blood to his body, meaning that his body would die soon. But, when the blood black appeared, his heart beat fiercely. Although it was not beating at a high frequency, it was beating stronger. A powerful liquid flowed out from his heart and was carried to each of his limbs. It was fresh blood, but for some reason, its color was the same eerie blood black. A familiar feeling rose in his heart. It was violence, savagery, the urge to tear the whole world apart. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.